Imagine owning a bag that is the exact same age as you. Not inspired by your bad year, not a re-release, but a real authentic Hermès bag that has existed on this earth for as long as you have. That's the bad year bag trend. And right now, it's quietly becoming one of the most powerful status signals in luxury. But here's the twist. This trend isn't just about fashion. It's about identity, legacy, scarcity, and a level of exclusivity most people don't even realize exists. So in today's video, we are diving deep into what a bad year bag actually is, why Hermès collectors are obsessed, the psychology behind this trend, and whether it's actually worth it, or just another luxury illusion. Because, trust me, this trend says a lot about where luxury is going next. So let's start simple. A bad year bag is exactly what it sounds like. An Hermès bag that was produced in the same year you were born. And with Hermès, this is actually possible, because every single Hermès bag was stamped with a date code. These stamps indicate the exact year the bag was made, sometimes even the artisan workshop. So if you were born in 1994, 2001, 1988, you can technically track down an Hermès Birkin, Hermès Kelly from that exact year. And suddenly, the bag becomes more than just an accessory. It becomes personal. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Because this trend didn't just randomly appear. It's growing for three major reasons. One, personalization is the new luxury. Luxury used to be about logos. Now, it's about meaning. Anyone can walk into a boutique, well, almost anyone, and buy something expensive. But finding a bag from your exact bad year, that takes effort, knowledge, connections. It feels curated, intentional, almost destined. 2. The rise of quiet luxury. We have moved away from obvious flexing and into subtle signals that only insiders understand. A bad year Hermès bag is the definition of, I don't need to explain this, but if you know, you know. 3. Vintage is winning over new. Here's a hot take. In 2026, vintage Hermès often feels more special than brand new pieces. Why? Older craftsmanship, rarer leathers, discontinued colors, and a sense of history you just can't replicate. So instead of chasing the latest drop, people are chasing their own timeline. Let's talk about why this trend hits so deeply. Because it's not just about fashion, it taps into identity, emotional ownership. Owning something that shares your bad year creates a strong emotional bond. It feels like this was made when I came into the world. It's almost symbolic. Legacy and longevity. A bad year bag subtly says, I'm not just buying for now, I'm collecting for life. It positions you as someone who values time, heritage, performance. So in a world of fast fashion, that hits differently. Scarcity psychology. Let's be honest. There are only so many Hermès bags produced each year. Now, narrow that down to a specific model, a specific leather, a specific condition, and a specific year. You're dealing with extreme rarity. And scarcity drives desire. This is where it gets a little controversial. Because carrying a bad year Hermès bag sends a very specific message. Not just, I have money, but I have knowledge, patience, and access. It's just, you understand the Hermès system, know how to source rare pieces, value meaning over hype. It's a collector's flex, not a consumer flex. And those are very different. Now let's be real for a second. Because while this trend is beautiful, it's not always practical. The pros, deep personal meaning, unique and rare, potential long-term value, conversation piece. The cons, hard to find, often more expensive. Condition may not be perfect. Limited choice, you can't be too picky. You might have to compromise on color, hardware, size. So the question becomes, do you want perfection or do you want meaning? If you're wondering where people are actually getting these, it's mostly through luxury resale platforms, private collectors, auction houses, specialist vintage dealers, and sometimes through long-term relationships with Hermès resellers. Because finding the right bad year bag is almost like a treasure hunt. So is the bad year bag trend just another luxury phase? Or is it something deeper? Personally, I think this trend signals a shift away from fast, visible luxury and toward slow, meaningful collecting. Because in the end, anyone can buy a bag, but not everyone can find a piece that reflects their own timeline. And that's what makes this trend different. It's not about owning more. It's about owning something that feels like it was always meant for you. If you had the chance, would you choose a brand new Hermès bag or your bad year bag? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. And if you love luxury deep dives like this, don't forget to subscribe, because we're not just talking about bags here. We're decoding what luxury really means in 2026. Bye! Have a good one!